just trying to split some big rounds. I think these are ash. Running everything through the 12 way. And she is grumpy. I do not feel like putting on the 4-way. So just a POV. I've got some big ash, big oak. Let's see how she handles it. I would normally run in high flow, but these pieces are so big, I want it to have the max pressure. I guess that's how that works. Seems to split the bigger pieces a little bit better when it's not in high flow. Let's try to jiggle some of these off. So we don't make too much of a mess where we're driving. Sweep up a little bit. That looks pretty good. Like I've said in previous videos, this is just kind of how I start the process, and then I'll come through that pile and I will re-split with my horizontal splitter. But I couldn't imagine picking up these massive pieces. I don't have a log lift on my splitter, so this is my log lift. Gosh, it feels so slow without high flow on. Try big boy. Not sure how this is going to work. That is a huge round. Alright, here's this huge round. This is oak. Perfect. Alright, now what I'll do is I'll try to get these chunks out of the pile like this, and we will re-split these, because these are still, I mean, that's still a pretty heavy piece to pick up by hand. Now, I'd say that's pretty manageable to pick up. See, I've got some other real big pieces over there. Let's get another big one. that drives me insane because now I got to get out and pick that up. Oh well. It goes a little bit quicker in the high flow. I think this was about 4 tanks of gas through the chainsaws, and I don't want to spread the wood out too far. I don't want to drive too far away from my piles to split. So I usually cap it out around 4 tanks, and then I'll split with this, and then, dang it, dropped another one. I'll split with this, and then once I get through those logs over there, I'm gonna get the horizontal splitter out, do some re-splitting. You can see I got some more logs delivered over there. And once I work on that pile over there, get all this resplit, this resplit, this resplit, then I'll start working on that one. I'm gonna start filling up those totes. I had some totes fall over. Got really windy here last night. That's a messy hollow one. Problems there. I hate those ants, those carpenter ants. Ugh. When you start splitting into the early spring, those ants come back to life, and they are disgusting. They make a mess. Alright, let's get some big oak. Take it out of high flow. These ones, these big pieces, I ordered this load, and I do not think I'm going to order pieces this big anymore. It's a lot of work on the saw, and then obviously it's more work splitting because I can't run these through one shot. I mean, I could, but I don't want to pick up those pieces like that to get on my horizontal splitter. So it's really, now it's become like 3 pieces. That's not, I mean, that's some nice oak. That's for sure. Alright. Let's put this one in here. I mean, that's still probably a 50-pound piece if you didn't re-split it. Intermission. Escapees. Go on. Oh, just gonna walk through that. Oh God. Alright, starting to get into some smaller stuff now. And of course I didn't clear that off. So now I'm gonna have to take a piece, probably. Oh, it's stuck on there. Yes, this is a piece of walnut here, and got through some of the big stuff over here. So just kind of show my process. We've got some big sawmill cants here. Kind of cool. I don't know why I think it's cool, but it's just cool. I kind of put these pieces too close together, so it's taking me a little bit longer to grab them. I like to have them spaced out a little further so I can just drop this thing right over them, pick them up. So yeah, these cants are obviously, well, they're from sawmill, so I'm assuming that means that there's probably a piece of metal in there somewhere. Otherwise, why would they give it to me? So probably some small piece of metal or something. They are starting to get a little bit far away from the pile. That's why I don't like to really go too far away from the pile, because then you spend too much time moving with the log to the pile, if that makes sense. And also, if you notice, there's kind of a specific way that I try to actually pick up the round. I'll explain that here in a second. So what I like to try to do is I'll come over it, get right behind it, and then I'll actually back the skid steer up. I want that round pressed right against that wedge versus pushing the round to the wedge, because it just, I don't know, it keeps the dirt off of it, I think. Keeps more dirt off of it. But, you know, I mean, what are you going to do? When you're splitting wood on dirt, you're just going to get dirt on it. But just try to minimize it, I suppose. You can see we're starting to fall out here. It's getting later in the morning. I really want to finish this before it gets too muddy. Whole bunch of Canada geese just flew over. That was a lot of them. Got to it too late. Alright, so just finished up this row here, everything I had here. I still have some other bigger rounds, like really big rounds. I wasn't able to get to it, just ran out of time. Just these here. It shouldn't take me too long, but just have those to do. Just wanted to give a different point of view of splitting. Don't know how many cords that is, but it's a little bit. Thanks for watching.